Yes, hello to our group, Milkyway. So our challenge givers are Famnen from Farsta district.
Hello there, my name is Jainick, Vishani, and I'm from the University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. My background is in business IT. Wish I was there with you guys in person.
So he's our members that left for Tanzania, and yeah. And my name is Pakezea. I'm doing my second year of masters.
I'm Julia. I study human geography, and I'm from Stockholm University. I'm from the Netherlands.
I'm Nils from Paris, France, and I'm a project coordinator in urban events and place activation. And we have also Lee from Lesotho, both universities studying computer networking.
So this is our table of contents for today. So we will talk about introduction, our concepts, prototyping, and roadmap to the implementation. So what is Famnen? So Famnen is a preventive unit within the Department of Individual and Family Care in Farsta district. It's a part of Stockholm city. And our primary focus is they provide early accessible support to children and young people up to age 23 and their parents. So we are using the approach of design thinking, and we are focusing on understanding the user needs and requirements and find out the solution based on our approach. So this is the district of Farsta, like it's located in Stockholm, and Famnen is located in Farsta. So yeah, like we highlighted to show where it is. And our concept, I will go short about it, our concept is the Neighbourhood Tree. This is one of the flyers, like one of the designs we made. So yeah. So what is our original challenge? So our original challenge is how can we, throughout the outward-oriented work and alternative working methods, create improved conditions for building trust and relationship with the people and family who may need support. To understand the user needs and requirements, we did qualitative data. So we collected the data throughout surveys and interviews. So we did some street interviews with young people and parents at Farsta. And we did some observation with 10 parents and open preschools. Like we were part of this activity, and we observed. We did observation throughout the session. So, and we did some semi-structured interviews with Famnen team, social team, and Red Cross at the library, and open schools and parenting works. And in the total, we did 20 qualitative interviews.
And thanks to that work, we gained some insights, so mainly on social and cultural isolation, the lack of a centralized information hub, about trust issues also, and language diversity in a very multicultural district. With that, we created 5 guidelines for our solution. The main one being we wanted the solution to be built from the end user's point of view. We wanted also to take into account diversity, also a place to gather, trust, and simplify information. We also wanted to be honest about the fact that Famnen is part of the social services. And last but not least, we wanted to give everyone the opportunity to thrive. And so we created 5 concepts. So digital solution with the app, local ambassadors acting as bridges between communities, the neighborhood tree, an informative tree, urban pockets, so more place activation, transforming gaps and spaces in Farsta into playful, informative street installation, and Första steget, so the first step, with flyers in mailboxes and articles in local newspapers. So to select the concept, we did some testing. We also talked with Famnen, and we used this alternative matrix, and we selected some criteria that we thought were important to select the solution. So accessibility, price, effectiveness, time, innovation, and can we do it? And could we do it, Julia?
Yes, I will tell you that. So we thought of the Neighbourhood Tree as the one that would be perfect for this. It's an informative pedagogical tool to build connections. It's a meeting point in Farsta district. It can build connections in an interactive way to connect with the community. Each leaf contains details about the service of Famnen, but can also be adjustable to be interchangeable, and maybe also other services can make use of this tree. The tree can be placed in high traffic areas where it can be modular, and it can empower in a fun way. And these are the reasons why we think the tree is so effective for the problem Famnen has. It can reach the audience in different places, taking into account diversity with different languages and making it accessible for all. Also for people who have bad eyesight or cannot hear. So we want to be as inclusive as possible. We want to gather trust in a simple way. The tree is kind of a low cost and time efficient way to solve this problem. And we want to give everybody the opportunity to try. We also made a prototype to test the tree. Because it was Christmas time, we went with a Christmas tree, and we put it up, and on the same day a lot of people walked by and were looking at the flyers. A few took the flyers, but mostly people were just looking and were really curious about what was happening in the library. We made a little promo video. We came into the library and then walked right to the tree. When we were there, we also made a survey. We got 21 respondents. I will highlight the most interesting insights from that survey. From the 21 people, 16 have never heard of Famnen. The most preferred way of communication was social media and email. And 70 thought that the tree was an effective way to share this information. And lastly, we implemented the feedback we got, because first we thought the tree was a bit empty, so we made some origami figures, and I think a lot of people were not sure if they could take the flyers from the tree, so we want to make that a bit more clear, and we made these so people will be more interactive with the design and the flyers, and also children can play with it. Furthermore, we put their Instagram on it, and also the tree was put on Instagram, and we saw that it got a lot of views, so people were really curious about it. So that was also a positive thing. And we put some books underneath it, and we saw that people were really interested in these books, and they were almost all gone, I believe. So that was something they really, really liked, and we will take into account.
So let's now see how we could implement the neighborhood tree. So we created a roadmap to implementation. So it goes through all the process that we already described. So the first step was the emphasize stage with the interviews and observation. Then we have the redefine research question, then the creation of the 5 concepts, testing them and failing, and then picking the chosen one solution, and then testing it again and developing it. So we are currently at the stage 5. But in order to make the neighborhood tree sustainable in time and not just a nice idea among students, we would like to take you through the next steps in order to facilitate the transition. So why not start simple, in fact? So with a 2-meter high tree made of recyclable cardboard that could be painted by children from the area, and that is in fact quite affordable. And in order to give the neighborhood tree visibility, it seems also vital to involve all the stakeholders gravitating around Famnen. So face places, the region, Stockholm region, the mall, the Red Cross, schools, university, preschools, local store, Konsthall C, which is an art organization in Hökarängen. And I had a meeting with them yesterday, and they're very open to new ideas. Farsta biblioteket also, it's very important to deepen the relationship with the library in order for it to really become co-creative. And perhaps they can be given a walkthrough into Famnen's organization. Gather feedback. It seems also very important to keep monitoring surveys and create new ones, because the tree is this wonderful opportunity also to gather feedback on any wanted subject, and it's also quite a useful tool because it's a not loaded object and can act as a mediator. Sustain and scale. So the neighborhood tree has this great advantage to be low in cost and duplicable everywhere. It can be so all the libraries, the mall, local store, metro station, public services always, the barber shop. And in that regard, community engagement is vital. And the partnership with stakeholders, so the step 7, is very important because it allows at this stage to save time in this outreach process. And in that regard, having local coordinators is proven to be highly efficient, and it also offers bottom-up initiatives. But let's not forget that technology is also a wonderful way to engage with a wider audience while also promoting inclusivity.
Yes, so based on our previous low-fidelity prototype, we created a high-fidelity prototype, which I will show you in the next slide. But this is an AI-generated image, like how we want it to be in the library, like interactive screen that they can like interact with that. And yeah, so our high-fidelity prototype. So this is Famnen Hub, a high-fidelity prototype, an app that will, and gamified app, that will help users to interact with the Famnen and their services. Because of the picture, it's like blurry. I will show you the real prototype in the next step. Yeah, here. So this is Famnen Hub. Like for the accessibility purposes, it can be in light mode and dark mode, and people can log in like with their bank ID to go to their page. And you can also log in as a guest. And here is a short video about Famnen, what Famnen is, that will help the users to understand about Famnen. And here the thought is like they can choose the activity, and after the activity, like they make, like if they go for example in the Bumblebee, so they have to do a quiz questions in this app, and after the quiz question, like you will go to the further step, and when you reach out to the end, like you can get a reward, and the rewards are the Bumblebee books or the reflex, so that Famnen provides. So this is how it looks like. This is the first page, and here are their, for example, contact number. It's not the real number. Please don't call in that number. But here are some like questions, like to make it easier for people to understand about Famnen. For example, vad är Famnen? Vilka tjänster Famnen erbjuder och så. Och hur bokar man ett möte? Like how to book a appointment with Famnen. And here is a like short story about, for example, Amina, like who did go to Famnen to get support, and what she thinks about Famnen. Like I will always be thankful for Famnen to that help that they gave me, and they provided me with good service. And here is the second page of our high fidelity prototype. So here like it will show you how this app works for people who are technical ignorant, because most of the users, like we tested our low fidelity prototype with, didn't have so much knowledge about technology. So this video will show them how to navigate throughout the app. And when you are logged in your profile, like you can see in profile, so you will come to the activity here, and here are like different Famnen services. Here is, for example, Neighbourhood and Bumblebee. As you can see, when you're done with the activity and when you're done with the quiz questions, it will be green, like to make it a positive view for users, like they are playing a game. You completed this level and you will go to the next level. So when it's green, you will go to the next activity to take part of, and you will answer some questions. And when you're done, when you reach here, so you will get an award for, like, reward for that you completed this activity, and you'll get, like, yeah. So this is our high fidelity. Like, I will show you everything, how it works. And for the feedback, like, they can also leave a feedback about our digital solution or about Famnen, like, and based on the feedback, we can, like, förbättra, like, we can improve. We can improve our services based on the user feedback. Yeah, that's it.
And finally, the last step, re-innovate, so redo. And I feel that is, in fact, the core of design thinking, is a constant loop that is fueled by new insight and new ideas. So here are some example, and I think it's also the strength of the neighborhood tree. It can be something completely different than a tree, in fact. And to go further, I really recommend reading this report that assesses community engagement initiatives, and also this webpage of an American artist and urban planner, Kelly Chang, that offers a lot of community engagement, street installation opportunities. And I think it's time to thank you tremendously for your attention. A great thanks also to Famnen for opening the doors to Openlab, to our previous also members, Yuki, Suhail, and Agnieszka. And don't hesitate to contact us if you need help with the transition. Thank you very much.